Oh, wow, bro. Bruno Fernandes is one of the most hated and loved football players in the world. A lot of people love him, a lot of people hate him. He divides opinions. Shout out Skills, man. Shout out Skills. Let's react to what the man has to say, bro.
Video. I legitimately believe this is the shock of the season. The shock of the season that people should be talking about is Manchester United. Like, this is incredible. And for years, going back to about 2021, 2022, I would be so hard on Bruno and people would know it. And everybody would say, yo, why are you always so hard on Bruno? And I would constantly say in my streams, brother, because I know what this guy is. I know what this guy can play. Like, I seen this guy single-handedly carry a team named Sporting.
And fair play to Skills, bro. This man has been watching Bruno from the day one, bro, because he watches the Portuguese league. He is a Benfica fan, and he keeps up with football, not just a Portuguese league. He watches Man United. He watches Real Madrid as well, bro.
I've seen this guy be the player that he can be, and what he's giving Manchester United right now is not what it is. And it was never just a Bruno problem. It was just a lack of Manchester United being Manchester United. This Bruno that we are getting right now is the Bruno that I was screaming about from the top of my lungs. This is the Bruno that I saw play for Sporting. This is the Bruno that we saw maybe that first year or two at Manchester United that we saw. This is Bruno.
I think most fans know what Bruno can do, bro. Even if you hate him, you know that, bro. This guy, if he's having a great season, his GA will be madness, man. Not only GA, but just chance creation in general, bro. Bruno Fernandes is one of those players where, bro, he will make something happen on his best day.
Breaking records, everything he touches is gold, everything is magic. This is what I was screaming for. I constantly told people like, yo, you don't understand. This Bruno guy is crazy. I've seen it single-handedly, like I've seen it. And when you guys are like, what have you seen? Sporting sucked, bro, when he was at Sporting. He was terrible, y'all. I'm keeping it real with y'all. He was not great. Sporting was in a, not him, Sporting. Sporting was in a bad place, bro. They lost mad players due to like an incident with the fans. Players left for free. It was a tough place. And I remember, just for an example, they play Benfica, who's in a way better place than in a knockout game for the cup. And I single-handedly watched Bruno eliminate Benfica by himself, bro. Nobody helped him, not by himself. You remember the performance that Mbappe did at the World Cup where France wasn't playing good and Mbappe single-handedly gets France to the penalties against Argentina, pretty much, like takes them all the way to, or it takes them to extra time, whatever, scores all those goals, scores all those penalties. That was Bruno.
Bro, we know what that man is capable of, bro. I think most fans that watch Bruno under Oli, that's probably the best Bruno we've seen at Man United. Obviously, Skills, he's saying at Benfica, Bruno was better, right? We're not seeing the best of Bruno Fernandes, but under Oli, bro, this man, his GA was on madness, bro. He was just turning up under Oli, and in the number 10, none of the managers have really played him in the proper position, bro. Positioning for Bruno is really important, bro. Play him as a number 10. You're seeing a better situation under Michael Carrick now.
That was Bruno for Sporting, right? It was magic, bro. I don't really know how to explain it. So to fast forward now, and now you're seeing this Bruno at Manchester United. I'm like, yeah, bro, that's him. That's the guy I've been screaming about. That's the guy I've been yapping about. That's that guy. It took a while to get there, and I'm just thinking to myself, please, brother, please, whatever happens here, do not slow down because the World Cup is around the corner. And with the World Cup coming around the corner, I'm not going to make this about Portugal and I'm Portuguese. This is about Manchester United. But with the World Cup around the corner, with Vitinha, with João Neves, and a Bruno this good, I mean, man. If we could just get the guys up top, right? The Rafael Leaos, the Ronaldos, and all these guys up top, if we could get them to play well, like for a long time, Portugal was all about their attack, and now it's not. It's about this midfield, and hopefully the guys in front of this midfield can just find a way to score goals. And if that can happen, this Portugal could be so scary because the way that that Bruno is feeding people from the left side to the right side, down the middle, doesn't matter where Bruno moves, the same exact thing is coming off that feet right now, and it's just unbelievable. If you guys watch the first goal is a corner, where we're seeing mad corners in the Premier League right now. It's just every game feels like corners are going in. But the ball Bruno puts for the corner for Casemiro. I mean, look, guys, end of the day, Casemiro puts a beautiful head to it. The way he tracks the ball, amazing. But Bruno puts it in a spot that it's like, brother, are you kidding me? This spot is perfect for you. Like, Bruno can't do no wrong right now.
Bro, this is why the man won Premier League Player of the Month, bro, because some of the delivery he was making, right? That delivery, that assist for Cunha, that assist for Casemiro, bro. Bruno Fernandes, when he is performing, when he is on point, the man can deliver and change a game, bro. He can deliver and create some opportunities, man.
But then if you watch the second goal, guys, I don't care if you didn't watch the Manchester United game. I don't care if you're not a Manchester United fan. Go put the goal for the second goal of Manchester United that Cunha scores and watch how Bruno puts this ball into Cunha. And when you see this, you're going to go, yeah, only a world-class player can do that.
Bro, that pass for Cunha. Oh man. We've seen brilliant passes from Bruno Fernandes. That's why I keep saying when this man is just delivering, he changes games, bro. He does change games with these chance creations.
Only the top of the world cams can do that. And when you really look around world football right now and you look at the cams that we have in our game, Bruno is quickly becoming, the last man standing. You know what I mean? Because Cam, in my opinion, the Cam position is not used the way it once was. We're in formations nowadays right now, like 4-4-1-1s, 4-2-3-1s. It's in real football, it's more not 4-4. In FIFA terms, it's 4-4-1-1, but it's more of a 4-2-3-1, two defensive mids, three like across. You know what I'm saying? And they're not really using that. Cam is more of like a center mid. They're more of a box to box. You're not really seeing that many cams on teams, right? Like it's low key becoming just like the 9 position. It's becoming a lost art in our game. Sadly. But Bruno is doing it at a very, very high level right now. The ball he puts to Cunha is just one that's magical, man. And a lot of people need to be talking about this guy right now because he is playing. I know there's Pedri. I know there's all these amazing midfielders in world football, but Bruno's not getting the attention that he deserves. And even for me, for so long there, I wasn't seeing what this man was cooking up, but this man's been in the kitchen. This man's been in the kitchen and people...
Look, with Bruno, is he as good as those players, Pedri, this and that? I feel like people judge Bruno based on, okay, cool, Bruno, when you're not getting GA, you're a liability, this and that and this. But bro, he's only losing the ball because he's trying to do something. He's trying to make something happen, man. And the same criticism people have for Bruno, they don't have it for Cunha, because even Cunha, when he's losing the ball, trying to make something happen, it's almost like a Bruno Fernandes, right? It is almost like a Bruno Fernandes situation, man.
Just showing up now to see what he's serving. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's been cooking for weeks. He just broke the all-time assist man at Manchester United with 16 passing. David Beckham, what a name he just passed. And by the way, guys, if he gets to 20, that's going to tie Kevin De Bruyne's all-time Premier League assist record. And I'm going to be honest, with the amount of games that are left, and he's at 16 already, if he stays healthy and stays on this form, we could see him break Kevin De Bruyne's record, bro.
I pray that happens, man. I pray that Bruno breaks KDB's record because, oh man, he deserves something. He deserves something. He hasn't really won the Premier League or the Champions League at Manchester United, but he deserves a stat like that. Okay, cool, all-time assister and things like that for the Premier League. That would be amazing for him, bro.
So that's just something that's truly special for this Portuguese man. He's absolutely cooking. But to speak more about the team and why I said it's the shock of the year, first of all, to be where you were last year and where you are this year. I always say this in every video, and I want to say it one more time just so it's very clear to everybody. If Ruben Amorim wasn't there with this team, would Manchester United have competed for the league? I think the answer is no. And the only reason I say that, hear me out for 1 second, Ruben Amorim is a big part of why Bruno Fernandes stayed. We know that the higher-ups want to move on from him.
I get what he's saying. Hey, Amorim is the guy that really kept Bruno in. But, he was a problem as well. I understand what Skills is saying. Big up Skills. I love the man. But this is a point where, I got to disagree a bit, man. I got to disagree a bit because with... Ruben, it became toxic, man. He wasn't playing Kobe. He was like playing Bruno in the wrong position as well. So I understand what Skills is saying. Yo, Amorim did do some great things. But hey, you gotta give credit to Carrick. The only reason we are doing what we're doing is because of Michael Carrick, man.
He stayed because of Ruben Amorim and just the fact that he liked the country and Ruben convinced him to stay. So that's a big thing. I don't know if they still would have brought in Cunha, Mbembo. I know I say his name wrong.
And fair points, right? Hey, would Umbuemo, Cunha, these guys come without Ruben Amorim? Maybe not. But overall, Ruben, he was the type of guy where, oh, I know how to create a team. It's like me, bro. If I became a manager, I would know how to assemble a team that can cook, right? I'll be able to say, okay, this guy, that guy, right? These are good players. Let me bring them in. But will I be able to win the league or do anything with that, right? That's the best comparison I can make, man.
And Sesko, I don't know if they bring these guys in, right? With if it's not for Ruben. So the signings and the clearing of certain players, W. No one's
Nah, no doubt about it. What he did behind the scenes, the signings, things like that, unbelievable, bro. It's like me. If I'm playing FIFA, bro, I know the players to bring in this guy, that guy, this guy, that guy. But will I be winning games? The answer is no, man. So am I the right man for the job? The answer is no, bro.
Thinking about Marcus Rashford no more. No one's thinking about the past. These players they have now, W, built by Ruben Amorim, right? Built by Ruben Amorim. And then a new manager steps in that puts the right tactics. Ruben had the tactics wrong. His 5-back just wasn't working here in the Premier League. A new manager comes in and so Ruben was building correctly, right? And the tactics are now correctly. So
with Ruben Amorim, I get what Skills is saying. He should have been like a a director of football or something, right? Because being a manager, yes, you have to recruit well, but you also have to win with the players you're recruiting, right? Right? I understand. Okay, Ruben, the midfield wasn't really covered for him. I understand that situation, but we have to remember the record of Ruben Amorim, man. Like, it took him over a year to win 3 games in a row, right? The record was bad, and the football was bad, and everything was bad, man. Negative goal difference. You finished 15th, lost the final to Tottenham. It was bad, but I understand what Skills is saying, man.
If Ruben just would have adjusted his tactics to what they are now, Ruben would still have a job at Manchester United, but he was too stubborn to change his formation, to change his tactics, and now you're watching a really, really good Manchester United. It's a perfect storm.
And that's a great point from Skills, bro. Like with Ruben, his biggest downfall was, the man was really, really stubborn, bro. He was really, really stubborn. You're playing your most creative player as a deep line playmaker. He was stubborn, right? One of your best midfielders was always on the bench, Kobe Mainoo. Ruben Amorim was extremely stubborn. Okay, some of your attacking players, they're playing as wing backs, this and that. So, that was his biggest downfall, man. No doubt about it.
The perfect manager comes in and cleans it up, and the perfect manager takes over. And I think Manchester United needs to ride out with this manager now because he's doing everything right, bro. And again, do I think Manchester United would have competed for the league? No, because I think Ruben had to do what Ruben had to do to get them to where they are now. So I think it's all the perfect, and hopefully next year they can build on what they're doing this year. But right now, what I'm telling you, the shock for me is that they're top 3 and comfortably. Like they just beat Aston Villa. They're doing it, man. Manchester United is doing it. And when you look at Liverpool as a club and these teams that are all behind Manchester United, the way they flip this so quickly is unbelievable.
Yeah, fair play to Carrick, man. The flip, because a lot of these teams, they were ahead of Manchester United. They were ahead of us, man. And now, we're looking behind. Right? Liverpool, goodbye. Chelsea, goodbye. And if we just won a few more games, we're in a title race, man. We're genuinely in a title race. But unfortunately, Carrick came too late, man.
Right? Chelsea's been trying to flip it. Teams have been trying to flip it, and they can't. And Manchester United flipped it. So hats off to Ruben Amorim. Hats off to Carrick, the new manager, doing what they're doing, brother, because they did magic, and Manchester United feels awesome. And as you're watching this game and you're hearing the fans and you're hearing the stadium, you go, this is the theater of dreams.
And he's right, man. Right now, under Carrick, you're really seeing momentum, wins, and just some good performances here and there. So, especially the Arsenal, Man City, that's what Manchester United is about. It doesn't matter which team we're playing against. We can still win. We can still deliver. And that is the Manchester United way. Fair play. Shout out Skills, man. Shout out Skills. And he's absolutely right, man. I don't think a lot of people they don't really give Bruno Fernandes enough credit. Man, the credit Bruno Fernandes needs to receive, it's not up there, man. A lot of people make him look like he's a scrub, or he's below average, or this or that. Bruno has his uses, man. Bruno is effective, and Bruno can change a game. Of course, people want more, but bro, the players around him as well, man. That's one thing I'll understand with Bruno Fernandes. Okay, cool. You're trying to do something. I know Bruno isn't the most tidiest player alive, but he's a player that can change a game, bro. Why not build a team around him? I think that's what we should have done a long time ago, but right now he's coming towards the end of his career, this and that. I feel like in 3 years he will be in Saudi, but right now, bro, Bruno, unfortunate that he might not win a Premier League for Manchester United. Who knows? Maybe next season it can happen. I'm praying for that. But shout out skills, man. Shout out skills.